Russian gas supplies to Europe via Ukraine came to an end on New Year's Day. It brings down the curtain on Moscow's long period of dominance of supply in the European gas market. Russia's oldest gas export route to Europe is a pipeline dating back to the Soviet days. The deal expired after Ukraine's Naftogaz refused to renew its latest 5-year transit deal with Russia's Gazprom. Ukraine's energy minister German Galushenko called this a, quote, historic event. Russia is losing its markets. It will suffer financial losses, he said in a statement. Despite the war between the two countries, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky had said in December that Kyiv might consider allowing the transit of Russian gas. But it was on the condition that payments to Moscow be withheld until the fighting ends. Russian President Vladimir Putin, a week later, said there was no time left to sign a new deal. Russia and the Soviet Union spent half a century building up a major share of the European gas market, which at its peak stood at around 35%. But the war in Ukraine has all but destroyed that business for Gazprom, and Russia now holds about 8% of the market. Most Russian gas routes to Europe are shut, including Yamal Europe via Belarus and Nord Stream under the Baltic that was blown up in 2022. EU gas prices rallied the same year to record highs after the loss of Russian supplies. But experts say a repeat of that rally is unlikely, given the now modest volumes involved and the small number of customers impacted. The Ukrainian route serves Austria and Slovakia, and both have arranged for alternative supplies. Ukraine is giving up some $800 million a year in fees from Russia, while Gazprom will lose close to $5 billion in gas sales to Europe via Ukraine.
The U.S. Treasury Department said Chinese state-sponsored hackers broke into its systems in early December, according to a letter to lawmakers obtained by Reuters. The Treasury called the breach a major incident, saying department workstations were remotely accessed and documents were stolen. It said the hackers compromised third-party cybersecurity service provider Beyond Trust, gaining access to a key used by the vendor, and were able to retrieve unclassified documents. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Mao Ning on Tuesday called the claims groundless and lacking evidence. A spokesperson for the Chinese embassy in Washington also rejected any responsibility for the hack. The Treasury Department said it was alerted to the breach by Beyond Trust on December 8th, and that it was working with the U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, as well as the FBI, to assess the breach's impact. Treasury officials did not immediately respond to an email seeking further details about the hack. This year in particular, most people did not hold parties on holidays. People are cautious, and there are economic and service issues, and people are cautious. Most people stay at home and celebrate with their families at their homes. Most people, I do not think anyone will go out for celebrations.
We love the ambiance at home. I think the celebration at home is better. There is more love. We all gather around the table. I hope that the situation gets better in the upcoming years. We are optimistic that this year is a good one for Syrian people, and the upcoming years are better than this one. We hope for the good.
A power grid collapse left nearly all of Puerto Rico without electricity on New Year's Eve. A statement from power distribution company Luma Energy said roughly 87% of customers were without power as of 1 p.m. on Tuesday. Luma added that it will likely take 24 to 48 hours to turn the lights back on, and said the cause of the outage is under investigation. Puerto Rico has long dealt with chronic power outages, and protesters have called for the government to cancel its contract with Luma. In a post on social media, Puerto Rico Governor Pedro Pierluisi urged Luma and power generator Hanera to, quote, speed up bringing generator units back online. Jennifer Gonzalez, who takes office as the new governor of Puerto Rico on Thursday, said that she is forming an energy task force to address the frequent blackouts.